up, Silver? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Now, since we got to meet you at HarmonyCon, let's talk about that a little bit. Apparently, Maple and
Yeah.
I made HarmonyCon for you.
I don't really know why. I just didn't vibe super hard with HarmonyCon this year. But meeting you two guys was really nice and really sweet. Performing is fun, being a musician at cons is fun, but like I'm mostly there to socialize and to make friends.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of the con, I've said this a few times, was when nighttime rolled around and we all sat at the couches and we just talked until like 3 in the morning.
That's
That
my
was the
favorite
best
part of
part. Yeah, I remember you leaving early. We're all like, "No,
it's
Sylvie,
so
come
sad because
back, no."
the best parts of cons are always like last day once the con is over. A lot of my friends are musicians and a lot of them are performing. Everyone's super stressed out because we have responsibilities until like closing ceremonies.
How did you find this fandom?
Oh god, I get to tell this story.
Yeah.
So, well, as a kid, I had like Discovery Kids, right? Every now and then, like My Little Pony would show up. I would mostly watch. But back in like elementary school, there was a dare where you had to show your friends like the cupcakes video.
Yeah, I remember that trend.
Just like this trend of showing your friends like innocent looking cartoons that end up being really gory and really violent. And I remember that shit traumatized me as a kid. Fast forward to that, and I realized like I just got a flashback of a creepypasta called like Luna's Island or Flutter Island or something like that. I guess Wikipedia didn't give me a satisfying enough answer. So then I said, okay, I'm going to watch this show until I figure out who this character was because I'm just so curious.
Do you have any like crazy stories from past conventions that me and Maple may have missed?
At HarmonyCon, you guys were there. A bunch of normies showed up to the concert during
I
my set,
remember
during our
that.
set. He was very enthusiastic. He was very drunk. But I felt bad for the poor security guy because it was, with all due respect, that security guy was like very small, very not uh, physically fit. The guy he was trying to kick out was this like 6'4" Texas man.
I don't think I was there when that happened, but I saw the video clip of you like pointing at the guy, like give him a
Yeah.
Yeah.
nod. Was it you who held up the tapestry of Jesus holding Rainbow
Well, we
Dash?
all we all held up the tapestry of Jesus Christ.
That's just one of the
Rainbow
funniest.
Dash.
That's one of the funniest art pieces I've ever seen.
That was Trey's. That was Trey's idea.
Trey brought it nice.
Yeah,
Beautiful
that's
art.
Trey's blanket.
The normies. I kind of like the way that they kept peeking over at us like what the heck. We had a
Yeah,
freaking high school
I do love.
volleyball team walking through and looking at
Yeah.
everything, and you're walking up to random people and going, hey, who's your favorite pony?
I
I
remember
remember
these
that.
two girls. These two girls pulled up, in front of us. They were going through the convention like it was a safari, and I got up next to them. I said, "Who's your favorite pony?" And they didn't say anything back, and I'm
And
so sad.
they just kept their eyes forward and it
They
just,
just kept
just
going.
act natural.
I
Act
like
natural.
Rarity. Who do you
I
like?
like. I think that's so funny.
Normies
I
just have that look in their eye, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
like it when
do.
normies stroll through because like I'm hoping what they're seeing isn't what their the idea of who we are was.
Hmm.
If that makes sense. Like you think of unfortunately there's this
I
idea that your
do.
general population has of what a brony looks like in their head. But then when they meet one in person, I'm hoping that they change their mind on that a little bit because most of us are chill. If you go to like a normal anime convention, even there's bronies there. I went to
Yeah.
Anime Con and I saw a couple there. And I was too nervous to introduce myself, and I'm like, I've never even met
Oh, you
people in
totally
person
should
like
have.
that. Yeah, I
The
should have.
multi fandom mafia is a real thing.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
I come across one like on my job or in public or anything like that, I'm definitely gonna reach out. If I like go into like let's say an apartment and it's just like just some guy living there and there's like a pony like thing there, I'm definitely bringing it up and being like, "Yo, you watch?"
I want to do that with furries. Like I was in the process of buying a fursuit, right? Unfortunately, I wasn't fast enough, and someone else got the slot was given to someone else, so I couldn't buy it.
Do you know
And
what's the deal with the furry hate in this fandom? It's not everybody, but when
I don't know.
we're looking at 4chan during the con together, and there's a lot of posts that are like,
Well,
man, there's a
that's
lot
your
of
problem.
furries trying
That's
to
the
take.
You're
problem. You're on 4chan.
I
4chan
guess.
is the patient zero of hate.
I guess.
But
I mean,
I
I
don't know
never
what
look
the
at it.
deal is with furry hate. I guess the furries hate bronies too.
It's weird.
Like
They're like they're like two of the same coin, in my opinion. They're like I
I
said,
think they're
Maple
kind of
disagrees.
different, but like
I think bronies are
it's
just diet furries. That's my take.
Yeah, well, the thing for me is that I'm not a furry, but like I am a brony. But like it's not that I don't like furries. It's not that like I hate them or anything. Like people can do whatever they want to
well,
do.
I
It's just
am a
that I'm not a part of
furry.
that fandom.
I do like furry fandom,
Yeah, and
but
that's cool.
furry fandom is
It's
very intense
it's larger.
because
It's bigger.
everyone's trying to be popular and everyone's trying to
It's
fucking.
larger, but like it's not as like tightly knit and connected as like this one.
It's
Well,
not.
that's
It's
because
It's more broad.
this one stems from one thing. The furry fandom
Hmm.
stems from a collection of many things. Like
Yeah,
people become that we were growing up, we're watching stuff like the Goofy movie and Zootopia and all that stuff, and
good
it's just
shows.
like a
Yes.
collection of all of those kind of things versus the bronies. They just have one thing. But I'd like to think that someone who grows up watching MLP, it could easily become a furry based on that.
Well, Lynn, are you a furry?
I appreciate the fandom, but I wouldn't consider myself one. I
Interesting.
follow artists and stuff, but I'm not like I don't go to cons. I'm not like in any
I don't go to
discords.
cons. Well, I've gone to IFC Indie FurCon because my furry friend dragged me to it. I don't want to enter. I don't want to fully enter furry fandom until I have my fursuit, because I feel like it's a different experience with and without a fursuit. You know what I mean?
Is
A lot
there
of rambling.
anything we can expect from you in the future?
Is it that is on my YouTube channel? Go to playlist. Go to the whole enchilada. That's all my music.
Is there a link
But
right there?
if you want to support me, which is always appreciated, you can go to my Bandcamp and make a donation on any of my songs. All my songs are free because I do this for fun and I do this for the love of making music. But donations are always appreciated. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where you can get my stuff.
Right on. All right. That was good.
All right, Sylvie's up next, everyone. Y'all have a good time.